Nikki. Those of you who know Nikki because her channel is The Shiz. I've watched it ever since she came out, somehow adulting. And but she goes by Nikki, and she is one of those channels that she does not show you everything, right? So we're gonna see her in from here down, which is great.
You're getting to see my nostrils.
There
I mean,
you
it's
go. And
real
that's
healing, right?
right. That's more than we have seen. So somebody did, Craig Birkenboy, he said, how are you going to interview Nikki? She doesn't show her face. And I'm like, we're going to do it. I don't know what to tell
I
you.
don't know. We're just gonna fly by the seat of our pants because
Yes.
why not? Because it's always fun to just be on the live and just talk to everybody. So
It is. Yeah. I enjoy doing that. I like to go into everybody's live, and just, kind of see what everybody's talking about, who's saying what's the big topic. Hi
hi,
guys, welcome
hi
in.
everybody
Everybody
joining. Hey
say hello.
Cami. Hey Craig. Hello, hello.
Craig, here she is.
In person.
Yep. Carol, Julie, everybody coming in, guys. I hope we don't. I'm not going to say the word, but I hope we don't get a lot of those tonight. So I hope we're free from
Hi,
all of
Steph.
that. Hey, Jeanette. Craig, oh my gosh. I might make you a mod later if Dawn's got it by herself, but we'll see who rolls in.
Well, you can see I put on like a new lipstick today, so you can see my lipstick.
Yeah, you look so cute. I got to see her all. Okay, guys. So, and I'm not telling. I'm not going to give away all of her secrets, but just know she's gorgeous. You can see that though. You can see it.
I did my hair. I was just telling Winnie that I was about to like get ready like I usually do. Did my hair, did my makeup, and then I was about to spray on perfume. And I was like, wait, I'm just doing a live. Nobody's gonna smell me. So what's the point?
Yeah.
Save the perfumes.
Yes, save them. They're too costly. Yes, I can remember when I first really. I've always been into perfume, but like when I really started, because I take a notion where I get into like one thing and I get super hyper focused on that. And when I got super hyper focused on scent a few years ago, you could go into Ulta and buy, $79, $88 in the smaller, right? And now it's, the cheapest things like 120, 110,
It's
120.
ridiculous. It's just liquid. It's liquid with a
It
little.
is. It's smelly.
Yeah,
Liquid.
I didn't really wear perfume until like I want to say 10 years ago. And I think when I first started spraying perfume, actually, a funny story, my first boyfriend, I was 13. He gave me, I guess, the first girlfriend present. I don't even know. And I still wear it to this day. It's this Kenzo one. And it is the best smelling. And they still sell it today. So I still spray it, and then my boyfriend would come up to me. He's like, sexy juice. What's happening today?
I have a much sought after, I think this is Kenzo, yeah.
Dawn, this lipstick is from Anastasia. A friend gave it to me. I don't know what color it's called, but it is amazing. My favorite is still Glossier.
Oh, yes.
For like $17. What are you spraying? Winnie, what are you spraying?
This is my only Kenzo, which is...
Oh, that's the flower one. That's a really cute one. I like that. That is a staple. They've came out with like multiple variations. Let me grab the one I'm talking about. So I've gone through, it's so easy accessible. I just reached over and grabbed it. This is the Kenzo Le Parfum. I can't say it, but this is the female version. And it just smells amazing.
Yeah,
it smells very 90s. It smells very 90s.
Yeah, this one almost goes a little bit too powdery on me, but if you guys hear storming, it just, of course, we've had a little drizzle all day, but of course when we get live, it's like, oh God, But yeah, Craig says Nikki is gorgeous and Winnie is hot. Oh yeah, girl. Yeah, sure. Dee Dee Bean, welcome back. She's been on a cruise. So let me ask you, because you share the name Nikki with somebody that listen, Nikki Sky, who is not really what I would call a luxury, right? She's not in the handbag world. I mean, she's done some handbag stuff, but she's more of a lifestyle. She's sort of made her name on, 12 hacks to a better, makeup routine or baby, whatever. So it really surprised me when she went kind of after the handbag niche so hard with this video, and that so many people, I mean, she's crazy like a fox, have done reactions to it and have gotten upset by it and are so like, put off by the like, what are your takes on Nikki Sky and her video?
Well, first of all, I've never shared my name on my channel. This is the first time I'm sharing my name, and it just coincidentally just be in line with this lady who's also named Nikki. I don't know. I have never seen her channel, never watched her before, so this is
Yeah.
obviously a first impression with these two videos that technically blew up YouTube for a little
Big.
bit, especially the luxury world. I don't know. So I can't really say like, well, she's kind of a hypocrite or anything because I haven't seen all her videos. But if what you're saying again, it's more lifestyle, and all of a sudden it naturally progresses. I feel like if you're a successful YouTuber,
Yeah.
I've seen all their other stories about the what's that guy's avocado, Nico avocado, like
Oh
people.
yeah, Nick Avocado. Yeah.
Right, people who blow up on YouTube, they tend to just go spiral and buy all these things, and it seems like she was in pretty good control,
Yeah.
but it was kind of a natural, um, stepping stone for her to get into the luxury world, even though that's not what she started as. So
Yeah.
for her to have this, like, epiphany, I don't know, it just seems I don't know, it just feels a little bit like either she's doing it for show, or two, she's reached this quote unquote enlightenment that she's so rich that she's like, I don't need this to prove to anybody. But as I was watching the video, I was just like, I don't know. For me, it also not reeks, that's a mean word. It also kind of demonstrates her self confidence. Like she
Yeah.
is very insecure in herself. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that she was easily swayed, and I think she has a team behind her. So I feel like maybe she felt like doing a vlog sale and they were like, whoa, 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 whoa. We're gonna spin this. Let's do a whole video because you'll set the handbag people on fire if you do. So I get it. I get why she did what she did. And I don't care. Like I see these people have, because I've been doing this for a little while and I've been watching YouTube for a long time. So I've seen people sway in and come in like a fire in this and then, either pivot and branch out or decide that, you know what, I'm going broke buying all this crap that I started my channel doing or whatever. And now I've had an epiphany and I'm no longer buying. Like, I feel like she's kind of a poser in that way. Nothing
Yeah,
against her. She's probably very lovely. I'm not trying to poo-poo her, but
yeah,
oh,
I feel the same way. Like I mean, it's funny because I was watching reaction videos and I had the same thought. It's just like, oh, hey, she's getting rid of all of the logo stuff or logo
logo.
luxury items, and then watch, she's gonna come out with her own brand.
Maybe, yeah, that would be the natural progression of something. I mean, whether it be handbags, a wallet, a small, whatever. Well, nobody does wallets anymore,
Well,
right?
yeah, it's
But
just like high quality items that doesn't
yeah,
have any logos. I don't know. That's just a prediction. Again, I don't know
yeah,
her channel well enough, but I think that could be a possibility. I mean, what else is she gonna wear? She's
yeah,
gonna wear Zara, right? Like, I don't have a problem. She does make a like couple valid points, right? You do not need to prove yourself, but I think she's like, let's empower each other and be,
yeah,
women don't need to compete with each other. Like, I like just let's just look at you and me. You
yeah,
have a lot of bags, I have a lot of bags. I don't
yeah.
ever feel like I need to be in competition with you. That
No,
struck a chord with
no.
me.
No, but it does sometimes. I feel like I have gone out with friends because I only had one friend that was really in the same. And she kind of dragged me into her world more than I dragged her along, because she had been into luxury longer than me, and really I would see what she would get and I would think, God, you are crazy buying a Gucci bag for $2,300. Like, I can remember saying that to her, and then so easily it became, oh, this bag is 3,000, 5,000. You know what I mean? So easily you get whatever. But I found it funny when she said, I can, well, it wasn't really a competition, but she sort of called out the fact that, I'm just, who has the better bag? I'm not, you're trying to impress your friends. And it's never been about that for me with my own, like, in real life friends. But sometimes when I would go out with them back in the day, I'm a little older than you, so that's not a factor anymore. But I can remember 6 or 7 of us going out and me thinking being a little superior, like, oh, my bag is the shit, like, in myself. But I would never say, like, oh, you have a crappy bag. No, never. I mean, that never crossed my mind. But
Well, yeah, I think not in terms of competition. I get what you're saying,
yeah,
and of course, somebody is asking. Hi, I'm Nikki. I'm with Somehow Adulting, my channel. Joining in today, so nice to meet everybody. But to go along with what you were saying, like I've never been in competition with anybody. Like I always rocked really cool bags, and then which is funny because I used to own a Honda Civic from 1992. My
okay,
bag was like $5,000, and I had this rusted little dinky little car from 1992, and because
okay.
I was driving it into the city of Chicago, I didn't want to drive my nice car and park it on the street in a
Makes
very
sense.
pop right, exactly. It's my beater car, and you would see me get out of the car with a Chanel bag, right?
Yeah.
Just like, just I don't care. I literally do not care what people think about me because
Yeah. And I
handbags,
see that about you. You really don't. If
yeah.
you did, I mean, I can see you doing other things, and you have never come across as somebody who's like, oh my God, I have a whatever and I have a whatever. And I don't want to come across like that, but maybe once I watched the video, I thought, like, oh shit, do I come across as a bitch? Like, I've got so many great, like,
No,
I
not
buy
at
them because I
all.
like them.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So that's just the kind of person I am because I like handbags. I like nice handbags. I like vintage handbags. I take care of my bags, but I'm gonna be driving a $500 car to go to dinner with my friends, and I am not even ashamed at all whatsoever because
Yeah.
this is what I like. I'm not in competition with anybody, and it's people would see
Yeah.
me. They're like, "Your bag can buy like 6 of those cars."
I
So
Yes, exactly. And sometimes I feel like, maybe I have competed with myself. Like, sometimes I'm in competition with my own self to, like, oh, I had that bag. You know what would beat that? But, like, what if I got this bag? Like, I need to get. So within myself, maybe it's a struggle, but no, even my, you know, when I was hanging out with my BFF back in the day, even I would be proud and happy that she got whatever bag she did, because it was exciting between the two of us. And maybe we played off of each other, and I thought, oh my God, I really love her bag, I really want one now. So
Mhm.
it was a
Yeah.
more of an influence.
If
Yeah.
anything, I influence all of my friends. Like I'd be like,
Yes.
"Girl, you need to retire that TJ Maxx bag. That is
Yes.
shredded."
Yes. Yeah.
I think I've
Exactly.
judged my aunt once, where obviously my aunt is retired now, and she is has more money than I can ever imagine because she did well for herself, and so
Yeah.
did my uncle, right? And we were out at dinner, and her Coach bag was shredded,
Oh
like
wow.
there's nothing like obviously I don't judge her because I know she's very well off, and
Yeah.
I just like, we're going to a nice dinner, let's not pick this shredded Coach bag that you have.
Yeah. Gotcha.
It's about being put together when you're going out with family or going out with people. I just more believe in, like, putting being presentable, right? Again,
Yeah.
I'm in
Yeah.
sales, so that's kind of
Yeah.
something,
Put
it's my
together.
nature.
Yeah.
Right, just to not
I
show up with a shredded bag. So that's
Yeah.
that's the only time
Yeah,
I probably would judge
I
someone, which is my
do
aunt.
want a shredded, I do like, a shredded Kelly bag. Like, I love a worn I don't have one, but I love an Olsen's, like, beat to hell Airma it says something like, "I care enough to have bought this bag at one time and really drop coin, but I don't really care enough. The money doesn't bother me that I won't beat the brakes off this bag. Like, I will carry this like it is a Walmart bag, and I don't give an F." Like, that to me is so cool. Like, that is, like, ultimate, like,
Well,
"Yeah, I got
again,
stuff
I
in
no, I
that."
completely agree. We're getting kind of off topic to like from the whole Nikki thing, but it's
Yeah,
just like when it comes to a Coach bag, which I know she only had for maybe a year, she just doesn't take care of her bags. Like she
yeah,
throws that thing around. There's a difference. But when you've
yeah.
had a Birkin bag and you've had it for like, 10, 20 years and you really used it, that's a completely different thing.
Oh,
Maybe I'm
that
just thinking too much into it and she's not into bags and that's why she doesn't care.
yeah.
Whereas you and I were just like, our brain is considered just
Yeah,
like bag, bag, bag,
carrying
bag,
that
bag
would
every day.
it would bug me. And my I tried to get my sister and my mom even and my daughters to, like, I let my daughters come in here and pick out anything. And my older daughter, she is about that luxury life. Like, she will, yes, she won't let me sell a few of the bags that I had because she's like, someday I want that for my own. So,
That's
but
that's
the
my
younger one,
inheritance, okay, mom?
yeah. Yeah, but the younger one, she is so happy with a Coach bag. Listen, and she will beat the brakes off that bag, and then I'll finally be like, "You know what? You've really worn that bag. Come into the room, pick out another bag, whatever you want, take it." But she carries a bag. When I tell you she carries a bag, ooh, and she doesn't care a bit. Like, I'm like, "Are you sure you don't want a Louis Vuitton bag?" She's like, "Mm-mm, I'm not about a label, mom. Mm-mm, no, no." But she did tell me the other day the row bags. She's like, "I love that because it doesn't scream a logo, but I know inside that I spent 5 grand on that bag and I worked and I, got that bag, and it's something to me, but I don't give a damn who knows." So she's the kind of like, I don't care to buy a luxury bag. I would if I had the cash, but I don't want one that says Chanel and Louis Vuitton. She's
Mhm.
like, she wouldn't do that. So I
Yeah.
like that. I like both my daughters are very different about what they choose to carry, and a Coach bag is perfect for her. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I mean, again, there's nothing wrong with that. To each their own. But going back to the whole Nikki thing,
Oh yeah. We forgot about
I
her.
know we just got on a tangent here, but I
We were
just don't
like,
like the way you
Nikki.
said
Yeah.
that we're in competition with each other. It doesn't
Yeah.
apply to me, and the fact that she just assumes that everybody, all the women, are in competition with each other because of
Yeah.
handbags, trying to one up each other is just I don't know. To me, it's kind
I
of
mean,
ridiculous.
if that was the case, all of us handbag ladies would all have the same shit then, right? We would never have anything because I would see you unbox your bag and be like, well, we all have to have this bag. Like, we would all run to get it. So,
Right,
we
exactly.
don't.
Or I'm gonna go get a more rare bag that's an ostrich or a
Yeah.
lizard or whatever, right? Like I see
Yeah.
other YouTubers, for example, Mel in Melbourne. She has an obscene amount of bags that is just gorgeous. I would love to go like just lay in all her bags,
Oh my
but
God, me too.
I
Yeah.
I don't I just can't justify spending that kind of money on bags like that.
No, no. And to that end, that was so yeah, the Nikki thing, my ending thing about Nikki is, here's what I'll say about that video. I didn't care before she did it, and I don't care it all I care about is me and mine and what I do and what's good for me, right?
Mhm.
So if she had a, like, light bulb moment and said, "You know what? It's not serving me to carry logoed bags," then good for you. Like, I love that about you. But wonder what she did with the money. I can't remember in the video because I kind of half watched it, half didn't. But what did she sell them? She had to have sold them, right?
She said, I think I was watching, I forget, there were so many reaction videos, which is great because everybody had their own perspective on it.
Yeah.
But I think somebody said that all the proceeds from that particular video is going to charity, I
Okay.
think. And then part of the sales is going to charity.
Well,
Don't. I don't know, can't confirm it. And of course, like she says she's giving it to charity, but who the hell knows if she actually is
Yeah,
giving
who
it to
knows?
charity.
Who
And
knows
if
if
she
any of
does
that
give it to
ever
charity,
goes?
guess what? That's another tax write off for her.
It is. And she kept kind of showing the same, so that's why I knew this was slick some slick production house did this or something, because it was just very canned shots, like the one of her looking into the mirror and saying, like that was a little cheese ball to me. But I mean, I don't know her, so I can't really like judge her that harshly. But I felt like a lot of the bags that she showed, like it was the same shot of the same 10 or 50, right? It seemed like, because I could, do you remember a few years back, this is so funny, which made me think of this, is everybody had that reaction. There's been a few that went just super viral for us, but and everybody reacted to it, was the influencer, and she was a lifestyle influencer too. She wasn't just a handbag lady, yeah, right? So but she moved all of her bags and stuck them in this huge box and didn't like put them in dust bags. She didn't take care to, she
Oh,
just,
I know what you're
remember
talking
that?
about. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
where she did like a screenshot or a video, and literally it was just stacked up
Just
behind
throwing.
her. Yes, yes, I remember that.
People lost their damn minds about that. All of us lost our minds because we would never, ever throw a bag without a dust bag and properly place it into a, like, what? That was so, I feel like these are doing their job. Like her
It,
video did the job, the same job this gal did. Like, we got to figure this out. We got to figure what that magic is, right?
yeah, I mean, again, that's a definitely a spike in her channel, which good for her. I mean, it's all
Yeah.
about showmanship, right? Like we
Yeah.
I make videos, you make videos, you have your own unique kind of way of presenting things.
Yeah.
It's about shocking right now. I mean, we also live in a world where nothing shocks us anymore.
No.
And that video was a shock factor for a
Yeah.
lot of people.
But you can see, going to her video though, I can remember watching it several times because of the several reactions and trying to really pause in and see. And she had carried her bags heavily. Like they weren't pristine, brand new, kept well. So she had really kind of beat the brakes off her bags too. So it kind of made sense that her Chanel, flat bag, she just, her Dior bags, you could see she even lifted one up and said, I spilled a drink on this at like something something one night,
Mhm.
and it was kind of like, oh, okay, I see you. You're so rich that you don't really care. And
Easy
that
means
to
that
me is
her
like,
video looks staged. It had very high production value,
it
definitely.
really, that's what I was trying to think of. Yes, it was very slick, very produced. Everything was thought out and storyboarded, and like, and they even, did repeat shots of the same bag wall. And I was kind of like, okay, we get it, girl. We get it.
Well,
Like,
yeah, I mean, I guess when you are at 500,000 or whatever, half a million subscribers, you do have
right. Yeah.
like here I am editing videos on my phone, and it's just like, okay, I probably should do that shot again. And everything is very like raw, so to speak, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, just like the screenshot. And here, like it seems like she's reading off of a teleprompter,
It
right? So
does. It really does. That cheesy mirror shot, though, that my daughter and I both were like, oh God, not the mirror shot. Not
cringe,
the
very cringe.
peering into your soul with a voiceover. Not that. But yeah, that's Rakita did a good video on it. What's Rakita saying? She said, I'm shocked she came on the internet with that level of foolishness.
I'm just
But
catching
yeah.
up on the comments here. You guys are so funny.
Hilarious. We love you guys. We got a lot of folks in here tonight, so I'm happy to see it. That's good, Nikki. People want to see you. So I know earlier someone said, who's your guest? And introduce. Okay, so at the very beginning, before people roll in, I did say this is Nikki, and she has a wonderful channel. It's somehow adulting. And so she does have a reason why she calls her channel right there on her page, because yeah, we
we're just
are
we're just trying to get through life,
we're
and of course, I'm
just
like not the most creative person, and it's really funny. Of course, you're gonna like this because my friend I was telling her I was going live with you, and then she's like, "Are you going to be questioned? Was it who is it? Who, I forget who I was talking to. Was it my friend or another subby? I can't remember. In any case, the story is that are they gonna ask you what you adult like? What kind of adulting you do?" I was just
I
like, "Oh
haven't
my
gotten
god."
there,
Can we
so
not go there? This is a very
we're
simple.
trying. We're
Yeah, we're just trying
trying.
to adult, okay? Like, you would think that your parents knew how because they were adults. Again, this whole stems coming down to like your parents, you always saw them as like the most perfect person. They know
Sure.
exactly what they're doing. They don't know what the hell they're doing.
No.
And you realize that as you're getting older, they're just human and trying to figure
Yep.
all of their
They're trying to figure it out just like everyone else.
right, and then
Yeah.
now that I'm an adult, I like want to bring all my friends with me. Like, hey, again, I'm all about deals, right? Like, how do I get
Yeah.
the best deal? How do I take care of my car? How do I, again, just like I'm that
Yeah.
kind of person. It's like I figure it out. I made this
Yeah.
process the most efficient way. I'm gonna share with you, and
Yeah.
you're gonna follow it. My other friend, I was like, your back hurts. I was like, maybe you shouldn't sleep on a really soft bed. You should get a sleep number. And she
Wow. Yeah. Good tip.
right, and she's just like, "No, I don't need a sleep number." She got a sleep number, and she's like, "Nikki, you are so right. I should
You're
have listened
right.
to you."
Yeah. Oh my god, that's incredible. Yes. I would love to have a sleep number, but I don't know. We got a new mattress during COVID. It was that time when they couldn't even come in. And, it was like, we can slide it into your garage, but you're going to have to, and we can't haul away your old one. And it was like, wow, that like is a normal, but yeah. And I hated long story short, I hated my mattress. And I'm just kind of grown to it now because during COVID, we couldn't go out and get another one, but they refunded all of my money, and I still feel like crap because they refunded the mattress. But it really is a shitty mattress. I'm sorry,
Yeah, no, exactly. I
but
slept
yeah,
funny, well, again, just, getting to know me, right? I got out of college, my brother helped me like move into my place and he bought me this $50 IKEA mattress. And
oh my
that's
god, yeah,
it was like an as is one. It was a return product. Of course, 18-year
okay,
me was like, okay, whatever, it's a mattress, it's on the floor. I didn't even have a frame. I just slept on the floor for
there you go.
years. Yeah, and then I got my corgi, and of course she like decided to like sleep on the bed with me, and then it's just a mess, right? And then
Yeah,
my boyfriend, it's a full size. I'm a big girl. He's a big dude. He came over, slept over on a little full size bed. You got me on top of him on top of me. The dog ends up between his legs, and he was just like, "Can we, Nikki? Can we go buy a new bed?" And
wait a minute, I'm
when
getting a good visual of this. Hold up,
yes,
hold up. Yeah.
exactly. I told the story many times, and we went to buy a new bed, and my dumbass thought that California king is bigger than regular king.
Oh no. No.
Yeah, so we slept on that thing for 11 years, and it was much longer than we actually needed. I'm
Yeah.
5'8", he's 5'11". We're not that tall
Yeah.
for
Okay.
a California king. So we got squished together, and then
Yeah.
finally we bought a regular king size bed. Then I realized there was an Eastern king,
Oh.
which is actually even wider than it is long. So
Okay.
if you want more safe space between the two of you,
Yeah.
Eastern king is the way to go.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Okay. Yes. I can remember we've always had a king, even in our little tiny house. It's all it was in the bedroom was, the king size bed basically. But I can remember when we first got married, I tell my husband this all the time, me being his pillow, we would cuddle. And now he has to have a damn pillow between us. My back hurts if I don't put my leg a certain way on this pillow and have a I'm like, seriously? I can remember when, it was just me and you cuddled up, but now we're so miles apart. Like, but yeah. But
I was just looking
anyway.
at the comments here. I'm not the only one. People are like saying, Rakita is saying, "Oh, California is not bigger than the regular king." Dude, I did not know that.
No, no. King is the biggest. Well, the Eastern King, as you said, probably the biggest, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
widest, so to speak. Now, question
Yeah.
for you: have you put
Yeah.
all of your bags on your bed before, just to lay it out on a nice cushioned area?
Yeah, I have. I have done that. I did that for a what's stupid is, because I can't. I don't know about you, but I don't like to watch my earlier videos. I just can't do it. They cringe me the hell out. I don't watch lives back. I just don't. It's way too cringy for me, so I don't do it. You can do whatever you want. That's you, but I just don't do it. But I can remember doing my first my entire collection video, right?
Mhm.
And I didn't want to do like I wanted to get people's attention, but I wanted to do that thing where not me in the shot, just all these bags. And I tried it on my bed and it looked like shit. But I mean, it's still that way. I still have that up there.
I also I also don't make my bed. I know some people are just like, "Make your bed, makes you feel like a better person, and it's like starts your day." My I wake up, throw
Throw
my
it.
blanket
Okay.
to the side, and I get out and walk away. I don't I do not make
Well,
my bed.
there's some logic to that. I
I
know.
don't have time for that.
Yeah, but somebody said like if you make your bed, then dust mites and things harbor in like to air it out. You want to leave it. So a lot of people who don't make their
Oh, you know
bed,
what? That's a Tennessee thing because we
is it?
never. It is. I think that's a Tennessee, like down south, where it's a little bit warmer kind of thing. Up
Yeah.
north in Chicago, like we don't. My friend, I was like, oh yeah. Usually when I leave the house, if I'm going away on vacation for like a week or two, I put like a bed sheet over my blankets. I actually make my
Oh,
bed, and then
okay.
she's like, you can't do that in Tennessee. I'm like, whoa, why? She's like, there's recluse here.
Yeah.
Recluse is what they're called.
Yeah.
I'm
Brown
like,
recluse.
"Recluse?
Yeah.
I don't even know
Yeah.
what that is." And she's like, "Yeah, they're gonna
They're
hide, so you
deadly.
wanna leave everything open."
Yeah, you talk about necrotic skin, your whole finger's gonna fall. Like, don't. Yeah, I'm deathly afraid of those. So, yeah,
Well,
we have
so
black widows and
also
we have brown recluse. Yeah,
yeah, I had to Google what that is, and of
yeah,
course, my boyfriend and I, he's lived in Chicago all his life, and we moved down here. He is terrified of bugs. Oh my god! Let me tell you a story from yesterday.
yes.
I went outside. I went outside to put some stuff in the car. I guess I had like a hornet, like literally landed right here, like right here.
Oh God.
I had no idea. I had no idea. I came in. I was like, "Oh, babe, I'm leaving. I'm gonna give you a hug," and he screamed, like he
Oh,
screamed like a little bitch,
yeah.
and ran away because he just got out of the shower, so he was naked, and he literally screamed. He couldn't even get words out of like, "It's a hornet. It's a bug on you." He didn't say anything. He screamed and ran into the closet and shut the door.
Oh my God, you didn't get stung, did you?
No, I didn't.
No.
I just like, oh my goodness, something's on me, and I
Yeah,
grabbed like a hand towel, like wiped it
run
down.
it
I
off.
guess
Yeah,
smacked it down and then
yeah.
smashed it, and I left. I left it for him to clean up.
That's hilarious. Yeah, my daughter's that way. We have to if you hear one a bzz, she's gone. She's out. I'm done. We're
Oh
not.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I was
That's
like,
hilarious.
you literally picked the wrong state or area to move to if you're terrified of bugs of any sort.
Oh yeah, you're in the wrong place, honey. Not here. That's
Mhm.
exactly right. So let me ask you this about handbags. Let's talk a little bit about bags because I know
We got off
you have
very off topic.
great. We did, and we do that. Sometimes I just like to get away from the whole handbag thing for a little while because what
We're
I
still
watch and what I
human.
live is handbags. So then sometimes when I'm talking to you, I just want to be like, let's tell some stories, girl. But we will talk about some handbags tonight with Nikki. But if okay, let's say money no object bag. What would that be for you? Money no object.
Putting me on the spot here. There's so many.
Yeah.
I would love a special order, which I'll never have a special order because I don't drop enough money. I would love a hot pink Verso bag. So it could be a
Okay.
gray or some sort of neutral color
Yeah.
Birkin
Yeah.
or Kelly or Kelly. I'm
Mhm.
okay. I'm okay with more. I'm more of a Kelly person. So
Yeah, me
a
too.
hot pink one, like a neon pink, even
I got you.
brighter than the Tory Burch behind your head. Like way
Really?
hotter. The more neon, the
Like
more
just a
pink it is.
neon. Ooh, I love it. Okay.
Yeah, either
Okay.
on the outside or inside, maybe a neutral color on the outside or inside, and I would
Okay.
love a lizard one.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. We're getting into some Meredith territory here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, She has access to all of that.
Yeah, she does. She can do a made to order. I love that. So vintage bag. Let's say money no object vintage. If you could get your hands on a vintage, what would it be?
Well, first of all, you should answer your own first question first. And I'm sure you answered this, but I might have missed it.
Um
But what is your money no object? What kind of bag would
Money
you
no object bag.
brand
The
new, brand
hype
new. Let's say brand
around
new and then we'll get into the vintage.
I would love to have a Capucines uh bag. I really would. Or I, I mean, I guess it's cliche for me to say it because I don't really have any Birkins or Kellys, but I guess I would get a Kelly in a special. I'd have to have a really funky, nice blue. And I know that Jessie Style had one that I loved, and she got rid of it. It had a different color handle, like a green or blue. It was a weird, like blue, and then a weird colored handle. And I loved that dichotomy between the two colors. Like it didn't match, but it went together, and now it looked so cool. Or I know that sometimes you can made to order the inside. Like I would get like a cool blue and maybe a pink or purple inside. I love a different
Hmm.
interior in a bag. I know that nobody sees the interior but you, but when I see a bag that has a funky color inside,
Hmm.
I'm like that gets me. Like I love that all the time. Like I would love that. So yeah, I guess it would be a Birkin or an air or maybe Kelly or something. But I would love to have a Capucines. And I bought one last year, but it was so much, and I just the guilt just killed me about having it, and it didn't fit anything, and it was really kind of a bitch to get in and out of because that middle thing in the middle and that flap, and I hate that on a Longchamp bag. That's why I never keep a Longchamp very
Yes,
long.
yes, that's why I only have one like regular
Yeah,
one, and my brother bought that for me, and so I can't kind of let that go.
yeah.
But yeah, the flap, I'm just like,
I
and
can't
then
deal with
it's
the
just like,
flap, man.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I understand. But the
yeah,
Capucine is really pretty. I do like it how it's much more low key, as
yeah,
opposed to just like, monogram everywhere. It's just one nice one, and then it comes in all kinds of fun colors and variations, special editions. So I understand why you would like that. But yeah,
yeah. I'm not a
functionality functionality is a big factor
it's
when you're
yeah,
picking your dream bag, so to speak.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not a I'm not really into exotics. I've just never have like I don't. It's just never been like it's kind of like denim to me. I'm like, oh, somebody gave me one. Cool. I don't. I don't have any ethical feelings about the exotics. I really don't. I feel like anybody should buy and carry what they want as long as they paid for it. It's yours, whatever. I don't really have that sort of. I know some people get really like, oh, that was an animal. Like I don't have those qualms about it, but I just don't like like for me I would never I don't think but then I have leather bags and those leather was a cow or a lamb or
Mhm.
so it's all the same thing but I don't know. I think the Galusha bags that both Dale and Meredith and I think somebody else has one too, but that we watch. But I think they're gorgeous. The Stingray bag, those are really cool, and they probably feel really good. But I don't know. I just never.
Yeah, no, it didn't really appeal to me. Like exotic bags didn't appeal to me, until recently. And I don't really like ostrich bags. Someone ruined it for
Oh,
me and they call them nipple bags. I'm just like,
yeah.
"Oh, I can't unsee that
It's
now.
it's
Thanks a
the
lot.
pimply skin that like when you get goosebumps. I don't like that. Like I
Well,
just
see, that's the thing. It depends on who the house or the
yeah.
company that makes it. Like if you go to Louis Vuitton, I was at Louis Vuitton not too long ago, and I saw an ostrich bag. They actually process the leather so that it's completely flat, and you
Oh,
don't
okay.
see like the actual dot 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 dot. Yes,
Yeah.
it's still on the print, but it's actually really smooth and
Okay.
completely flat surface. So it is really nice. But
Yeah.
yeah, like I've seen it on other brands. I think Bulgari had it and they
Yeah.
still kept it where it's like the pimples.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I can see why you don't would
Yeah.
not appeal to a lot of people. But alligator, like alligator's okay. Like
Yeah.
I don't
It's
really care
okay.
for it. Stingray's okay too, but I like the lizard print.
Mhm.
just because I feel like it's a very uniform kind of
Yeah.
print and very
It is
special.
beautiful, yeah.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
gotta change my vote though. I gotta go with because I'm really into browns this year. Like I'm really into these like brown. I don't know what's going through my head,
Well,
but
you've always liked Louis Vuitton, so you've always liked
yeah,
brown color.
always, always. But
Right.
this year I'm really into that caramel brown color. So I gotta change my vote to a Melissa May. I think is that how they say that? That one leather that and it has to be a Louis Vuitton, but they make a speedy in it.
Mhm.
I can't Mill like a
Yeah,
Melissimo, Melissa May.
I'm
I
not sure.
can't think of it, but it's really nice leather. Like it's a
Mhm.
very expensive leather that they make. So I gotta go with that bag. I gotta go with that.
That
Yeah,
is
because
your
anytime I
dream
get another
bag.
brand,
Well, it's funny because you asked me today what my dream bag is. Like, it's gonna change in like a year
yeah,
or maybe like it's just it's a revolving door.
it is. It really is. It
I
really
don't know. I
is.
can't say that I really have a dream bag because I like variety.
Yeah,
I can't just like this is my end all be all.
right. Yeah.
So
I can say that, and then in 6 months to a year, I'm done with that particular bag. Or sometimes it takes me, with the Chanel 2 3 years to get there. But I normally there's only a very 4 or 5 bags that I just would not part with ever. But I think variety is the spice of life, and I just got to where I got last year, just so many bags. So I counted, and since January 1st, I have gotten rid of 26
wow.
back so far to date. So I've either gifted, traded, or sold. Yeah, 26 bags, and I'm still looking to clear out probably 10, 15 more because I just don't carry them and they're beautiful. And then also, I really want to buy. I know this is crazy. I want to buy a Pharrell, not the like Rakita has, but not the full leather 10 grand. I would take that if someone gave it to me, of course, and carry it well. But I like the Damier Pop,
Mhm.
the blue. I love that, and I want to try an 18. I think I want to try an 18. So I think if I get rid of maybe 5 more bags, that might be the next thing that I go to. But God, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, Melissa, I just see you pop in here. We get bored of bags after 2 or 3 years. I mean, I
Yeah,
kind of do. I mean, that's kind of, I don't know
yeah,
if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but that's the beauty of collecting bags. You can cycle
yeah.
through them. It's not like children. Once you have children, you can't get rid
You
of
you got to keep them.
them. No return policy. Whereas
Yes,
bags, you can, right? Like if it
yes,
suits your lifestyle,
exactly.
your lifestyle changes, etc. So
Yeah, yeah. So let me ask you this: what made you want to start a channel? Was it just that you had a lot of bags, you had a lot of knowledge? Because I know you're very knowledgeable and you really do kind of curate. I've noticed you kind of curate your collection. You're very thoughtful with your spends. I don't see you. Well, I think I watched one where you got rid of. I think I did that. You did a tag, didn't you? Or I said, didn't I ask you? Can I do this? That's a really
Panic selling, panic
yes.
selling. Yeah.
I love that.
It's the whole emotional. It's like the stock markets. You go up and down.
Yeah.
You have emotions where you like. I just spent way too much money on one bag. I got to start selling some of these to make up for how
Oh
much money
yeah.
I spent. Right. Like,
Yeah.
I think the reason why I started my channel is because I was in a rut with my job, and I've been doing really well at my job. And then I'm just like, It was in November. November 2nd is when I uploaded my first video
Okay.
of 2022.
Right.
So I literally was just so miserable about my job and my life.
Okay.
And of course, it was, COVID, right? Or at least the
Right.
tail end of COVID. So
Yep.
that really got to me, and I'm obsessed with bags. At first, I started my YouTube, or like, I didn't really watch YouTube. I
Yeah.
watched YouTube for how do I fix a toilet? How do I
Yeah.
fix right? Like, I never really spent any time on YouTube, and I didn't understand it. So
Right.
once I also had maskne. So I had like really bad skin.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was just desperate. Like, you can't go see a doctor, right? So I was
No.
desperate to find a remedy for it. So I literally went down a rabbit hole to try to find ways of skincare, and something that didn't break the bank. So I started watching a lot of skinfluencers, and that
Yeah.
went down a rabbit hole. I was like, oh, maybe I could talk about skincare. But it's like there's so many people that talk about skincare, and how much stuff can you glob on your face on a daily basis, right?
Right. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, scratch
Exactly.
that idea. Right. And I really like enjoy cooking. I did a lot of that when I was, during lockdown, did a lot of cooking. And I was like, okay, maybe I should do a YouTube channel on that. But it's just like, how much food am I going to eat? If there's a bunch of fails, I'm going to have to throw the food away. And then who am I going to feed it to? During COVID, I made so much food. I fed it to all my neighbors because I can't possibly eat it for myself. Yeah, so my neighbors
I
got
love
a
it.
ton of food, and then, so I scrapped that idea because I can't gain any more weight from eating my own food, and then so I was like, "I love handbags. Let's do
Yeah.
handbags." I had a shit ton of handbags. Let's go through them and start thinking about how I can talk about handbags, and it's just a hobby. If you ever seen, don't watch it, please don't. I made the rookie mistake of filming my first video landscape, and then
Okay.
I
Yeah, I've
knocked
done
it
that.
over. It took me like 5 hours to edit that video. I had no idea what I was doing. So it's definitely
Oh,
a journey, right? I'm sure you
yeah.
remember
Oh
uploading your first
God.
video.
When people comment on my first few, I apologize profusely and say, I hate that you saw this. I should probably get rid of them. It's a testament, but leave them because I feel like it's a testament from where you were. Like you started from here and look how far you're here now. Like you've done this all by yourself, all on your own. So
So
yeah.
why did you start your channel? I don't think I've had a conversation with you about
I started really collecting bags to sell. I was going to sell because I had a friend who I'd been a friend with, that sort of friend that you lose touch with, but you still see them on Facebook. So you occasionally like look at their stuff, stalk their thing, and they, whatever. So I had a friend, and I noticed that she was all about Louis Vuitton, like me. And I was like, "Girl, this is I love Louis Vuitton. Oh my God, what are you doing?" And she was like, she'd gotten a divorce. And she said, if it hadn't been for, she was buying from Japanese sellers, buying low, selling high. Because you remember 6, 7 years ago, you could literally buy a Speedy for $98, shine it up, and flip it over for 300, right? I mean, that's just what we were doing, what a lot of people were doing. So my house got really packed to the point where when you came in my house, it smelled like an old handbag. It was disgusting.
it. Mhm.
But I was doing that thing of buying all the bags that I wanted vintage back in the day that I couldn't afford, and then not selling them. So I'm sitting here with like 80 bags, and my daughter's like, "You should just do a channel. You were on the radio. You're already used to talking to people. You know what you're doing. Like, just get on here and sling those bags. And people who have channels sell their bags too." And I was like, "Wait, what?" But then I really finally did get rid of a lot of the bags locally.
Mhm.
But it was just a thing of like, I got all these bags. I see everybody else talking about bags. I'm gonna talk about these bags too. So that's what it was. That was it in a nutshell. And I found friends. And the friends kept me coming back. I wouldn't
Mhm.
have been as into it if I hadn't have made really good friends through this, and subs and stuff became actual friends that I text and talk to. I would meet up with. We lived closer, but yeah, it's just a nice thing to have, because in my real life I only had one friend who went through the same thing of bag loving like I did. And I think she ratcheted me up and I ratcheted her up, and it was just kind of like,
Instigator. You guys were each other's instigators.
yeah, we were for sure. And then I got influenced, and then I was very good with my credit cards. I will tell you that you probably know this from, because I don't shy away from the fact that I got into real trouble with buying handbags, because once I started selling the pre-love that I had, I did pretty well. And I would just immediately shop, 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 shop. So it got to be where Oh, hell, I have 5 credit cards and they all have huge limits on them. I've never used them. I'm gonna use them. And I did, and I got into huge trouble, and I was like, I kept thinking in my head, I kept thinking, I'm gonna make this YouTube thing work, and I'm gonna make enough money to sustain me buying all this shit, which never happens. I mean, no, I mean, it does for some people, but by and large, it's a very small percentage. Nikki Sky, I guess, but
Well, yeah, I mean, like people think that you make money off of the revenue ads, like
yeah,
it doesn't especially maybe for like little things like you're going out and doing little skits and whatever, it makes
yeah,
sense, but luxury is expensive, right? So
very.
it's not even putting a dent. Not it
Mm-mm.
would it even pay for taxes? At least for me, it won't even pay for tax.
No, no, no,
It
not
won't
at
even
all,
pay for the
not at
sales
all.
taxes of whatever you're buying.
But the thing about YouTube is it's not the views. I know everybody thinks this because we're conditioned to see other channels, and those people have huge like Jerusha Couture numbers. Like they probably make a little bit of money from actual Google AdSense. But what they aren't telling you is that they really make money from Rose Forever New York and Julia Jewelry and so that is, I think, where your money is made mostly is sponsors. And if
Mhm.
you get a sponsor that will, I'm going to say this, pay you for doing the ad, right? And then they also say, here's a clickable link that I'll give you 10-20% off of anything you sell as well. And then you're like, wait, what? So it becomes a better thing. But I noticed Cammy did the other day. She did a video and she told what she made on YouTube, like her Google money. And I was sad to say I did not make much more than that same month. And the realism of that and the like it changes so much. Like last year, I got to the point where I was doing really well, and then it got to November, and I would say I was making half. Then I got to making a third. Nothing changed on my end, but for some reason, the AdSense just started going like this.
Shrinking.
So yeah, I don't know what it is.
You have
I've
no
actually
control
grown
over
more.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, again, like some people are like, "Oh, I don't watch the ads," or I don't watch
yeah,
YouTubers when they have sponsorships." Like I
yeah,
completely understand because I'm
yeah,
just like, "Oh, why?" It's like
yeah,
finally understand now. Like I'm in this world, so to speak. I'm
yeah,
still nobody, but compared to you and everybody else. But it's like, how is this any different if you were to watch Brad Pitt doing a Calvin Klein or whatever, right?
yeah,
How is that any different? Except we're
yeah.
human beings, right? We
Hmm.
actually test
Yeah,
out the products. Brad Pitt or whoever,
yeah.
I don't know my celebrities, but they probably don't even use it. They get paid to use
Sure.
model underwear and then they sell
Yeah,
on a billboards. We actually, like YouTubers in general, actually use the products and test out the products because it's our reputation, right?
yeah,
If
yeah,
we're talking about certain things, right?
yeah,
So I don't know. It's a give and take. Whatever. It is what it is. I do this channel because it's fun for me. It's a creative outlet. I also started this channel because practice public speaking, I guess. You said that
yeah,
you were on video or you were
yeah.
on radio shows. So
Sure.
obviously you're very
Yeah.
articulate and you talk very well. You have a put together thought process.
Oh,
I'm
thank
I'm
you.
all over the place, right? So I figured, hey, why not,
I think
talk
you're
about
very
something
well.
I
I
like.
think you do well. I think you do good, and I feel like you've grown. I you said, "Oh, I just got a small," but it just takes a second for that to switch over. It hasn't for me. All of the people that started when I do have huge, way bigger channels than me, but you got to run your own race. And for me, I don't. The only reason that I would ever want more subs is because to an advertiser, the subs, for some reason, if they see you have 10, 20, 30,000 subs, then they want to work with you, right?
Mhm.
So the subs don't make you any more money, right? But they do make sponsorships, and people who want to sponsor you think, oh, wow, she has a pretty good channel in this niche. anywhere else, people blow up in 6 months and become, huge, whatever, with the right content. So this niche is very hard. I've often thought of pivoting, but then what else am I going to do? This is what I love and what I know, right? But
Yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
you've done really well for only a little over a year. So I think you have knowledge of marketing and what people, you kind of keep your hand on the pulse or your finger on the pulse and know what's trending, what you can show, what people are liking. It's a matter of going back to and I feel like you do this well. You see what hit, right? And then you go, okay, I'm going to do I'm going to do what people want to see, which is more of that. You can see in your analytics what people like, and then you repeat that. It's basically just the formula of YouTube over and over again, right? So that's what I wanted to ask you about, because I feel like you and I have spoken about this before on Insta, like, messaging, and I feel like you have a really good grasp and knowledge of what's going down with it, and you comprehend and understand it. Whereas most of us, when we start a channel, we just start slapping things up and hoping it sticks. But
And
you
it
have a
works
plan.
though, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it just take. I think it's also. Um, I don't know if you agree with me on this, but I think it's also knowing that every Wednesday and Saturday and Tuesday night, this person's going to be there, and the people who like you come back, and then maybe hopefully they'll tell a friend, and eventually another friend will come along. But yeah, the
I mean,
AdSense,
again, I
please
just
don't do
have
it.
been so appreciative of all of the people I've met, whether they're subscribers and or other YouTubers, because I
Yeah.
don't get to talk about bags, and
Yes.
we all just live in this little world, and I can see the
Yeah.
chat here, like everybody just like, we want to talk about bags. And then we
Yeah.
have like our husbands don't care, our boyfriends don't care. Like you talk to your friends,
Exactly.
they don't care either. It's just like
Mhm.
we want to escape into a little world that we get to talk
Yeah.
about things we love without judgment, without, just
Yeah.
having a discussion about it, right?
It's a
I don't.
level of acceptance.
Right. It's
Yeah.
just like I don't care
Mhm.
what color you are, what age you are,
Nope.
what background you're from. We have a common interest, and
What
that's what I
bonds
love about.
us, right?
Exactly.
And
That's what I love about this community,
yeah.
because we get to talk about what we love.
Do you have friends that also, this is interesting to me because I know family and friends, I've seen a lot of pushback until I give somebody a nice bag, and then we best friends forever. Oh yeah, you're my kissing cousin now, right? But no, I'm just kidding about that. But I have seen my family and friends, like, literally, and coworkers say, "You are dumb as hell for spending $2,000 on a friggin' handbag." And then they go get in a Cadillac Escalade. I'm like, "Oh, am I
So this
dumb
is
as
what you say
hell?"
to them.
But, everybody has their thing.
I'm trying to be PG here. It's hard for me to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
PG
like, I have
here.
friends who, you know, I had one friend at work, and she's not bad to me at all. She's not mean, but she just kinda rolls her eyes like, "Why did you buy that bag?" But she'll go on a cruise 17 times a year. So, I mean, we all pick
We
and
all
choose
Yeah,
what we
exactly.
want,
We
right?
choose how we want to spend
Yeah.
our money, and to each their own.
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
like I said, I used to drive a $500, Honda Civic that's from 1992. I don't want to spend that much money on cars. And then here, my boyfriend, he went to the gym, so I can talk shit about him.
Oh,
He spends so much money on cars, right?
so he
So
has a thing, right? And
oh,
so it's
he spends money just as bad as
okay.
I do. Except
Yeah,
I
there
look
you
for a
go.
deal. I look for a deal. He just buys.
He just buys. He doesn't care. Okay. So that's interesting to me, because so he does support. So you don't have to hide your purchases from
No,
him.
I don't. I don't.
That's
I
good.
don't hide my purchases. Like
That's
a
good.
new bag came in today or a new shipment came in, and then he like grabs my package and then he's like, "Bag, purse, here you go."
Oh, that was sweet. Yeah. Mine says says those same words, only a little meaner with curse words thrown in. So you got a
Winnie,
good
what
one
you do
there.
now?
You got a good one. You got a good. Do you happen to know? I mean, I get this question a lot from people, and until I really got real about it last year, end of last year, and I started counting. Do you know offhand how many bags that you do have? You don't have to say, but do you know it?
Yeah, no, I avoided counting my bags for the longest time. I
Yeah.
mean, I want to say I'm upwards. The last time I counted it was when I did my closet renovation. And I
Yeah.
counted 36, which of course it's not all of them.
No.
More bags just randomly pop up everywhere, and of
Yep.
course, I still have my Chicago place, so more bags of apparently pops up there. So I
Yeah.
want to say I'm upwards of like maybe 50ish,
Yeah.
50,
Yeah.
which I
I
think
get
it's a
it.
more it's a manageable, but we're going through cycles of purging and then like let's
Yeah.
have a heart to heart. Do I really need this bag? I was just
Yeah.
talking about this with another person the other day. I had my Louis Vuitton, the
Yeah.
first Louis Vuitton I've ever purchased, and I don't ever use it because it's like a shoulder. It's the delightful actually.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
And
Classic.
I purchased it. I never use it because I my shoulders go like this,
Me
so it tends to
too.
slip off. Right, yeah.
You're
So it
like,
slips off my shoulder all the time. So I don't really use it. I'm just like it's a sentimental thing, but then it's like who am I sentimental to, right?
right.
Maybe I should get rid of it.
Yeah.
It's for sale. Anybody
Yeah.
who wants it, it's in really good
Yeah.
condition. It came from the Louis Vuitton store.
Well, there you go. And I think yeah, I have a Papillon from way back in the day. And then I have the first one that my husband really did. He hit a jackpot in Vegas. And so we were at Caesars at the time and he said, let's go get one of them Louis Vuitton bags you love. He calls them pocketbooks, but we're in Tennessee. You
It's so
probably noticed
funny.
that.
That's exactly what a lot of people call them pocketbooks. The first time I
Yeah.
ever heard that term was like 6 months ago, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what? Like I was at a work
Yep.
meeting, not to like cut in on your story, but I
Go ahead.
literally no, I was like with one of my clients, and I want to say he's probably like 70ish years old. I want to say, and he's like, "I love your pocketbook.
Yeah.
I had this binder thing." I was like, "Pocketbook? Yeah, this is a nice binder. I write notes in that." And he pointed at my bag.
Yeah.
He's like, "Pocketbook." He
Yep.
realized I didn't understand what he was saying. He's like, "That's a pocketbook. They're like works of art." I was like, "Oh, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, we can
That's
be
what
friends. We
he
can be friends."
still, he said it today. We were eating and he said, move your pocketbook. And I was like, are we still not going to call him a bag or a purse? No, handbag, nothing. Nope, pocketbook. But anyway,
Pocketbook.
yeah, he said, let's go get you one. And it was the Caba piano. Caba,
Which
I
one
don't
is
know how you,
that?
yeah. And that has a strap on it. But the strap on, girl.
Which
But the thing about that bag is, and it's sentimental to me because it signifies the first time that I ever bought one brand new in the boutique in person
Mhm.
and right and I don't get to do that much. So I did think about selling it one time, but I let a friend use it, and the bottom, because they're all Vachetta, has a huge water stain on it, and I started pricing them out, and I was like, I remember paying $800 for this bag way back in the day. It was right before they came out with the Neverfull. So I tried to say I thought about selling it, and I think $300 or $400 was all. And I was like,
No, then
I
don't sell that. It's not worth
yeah,
selling, especially if he bought it for
mhm.
you as
Yeah,
one of your first
exactly.
Louis Vuitton bags, right?
So that yeah,
Um,
I have a little bit of a sentimental thing with that bag, and so I probably have 5 bags, and that's it. That I would just say no, I'm not ever gonna like those stay here, and the rest. But my it's weird because I feel so bad. My neighbor just like one house up, and then on the corner we heard all the sirens the other night. I want to say it was last Thursday. And I, just constantly, sirens, and they would go off when they got in front of our house. Like they would turn them off in front of our house. And I finally was like, what the hell did somebody die? Like, what's going on? And
mhm.
somebody's house was fully engulfed and they have lost everything. And that is the most terrifying thought to me is losing everything in a fire. I mean, things can be replaced, but the sentimental bags, right?
Mhm.
That's what would get me in the end. But yeah, I'm very careful. My daughter likes to burn candles, and I'm very like, are we sure we need a candle tonight? Like, have we turned off all of our hair accoutrements?
Get that out of here. Get that out of
Yeah.
here.
So yeah.
Yeah, I
Somebody
had
says,
that. I would have that panic as well. I mean, I kind of did when my pipes burst in Chicago earlier this year.
Ooh.
Yeah, it sucked.
Ooh.
But basically, it was the first floor and the basement, and all of my
Okay.
bags are upstairs. So thank goodness it did like whoosh, right.
Oh my
I also, which was funny. Speaking of my boyfriend, he collects whiskey and bourbon, right? And we had
yeah.
it all in basement. This was like a couple years ago. I was like, for insurance purposes, you should take an inventory of what you have. We have enough whiskey and bourbon to burn down the entire neighborhood. That's how much bourbon bottles we have in our basement.
Okay.
And yeah, and he spent, I want to say like an hour, maybe 2 hours, jotting it down on a yellow notepad of his inventory of his whiskey for insurance purposes, right?
Right.
It's been 2 years. That notepad is still there. I was like, the whole point is if the house burned down or whatever, house
Yeah.
gets destroyed, you have evidence. If
Right.
it's still sitting on a yellow notepad, what do you think is gonna happen
Poof.
to your records of your inventory? I was like, I can't, I
Oh
can't.
my
I just
god,
walked away.
that's
I can't
so
deal with this.
funny. That's so funny. Yeah, a lot of people collect bourbon. I know Missy, one of our other creator friends, Mims, who was on a few weeks ago. Her husband and she that they do bourbon. They go out on the weekend and buy and try to find. Um, my daughter and her husband they like Booker, I think it's called. You get it
Bookers.
in Texas, right? And that's a
Mhm.
nice bottle of bourbon. But now we're on the wagon here, so we don't. But I have a Jack Daniels from. Oh my god, it's old and it's actually worth a lot of money. It's a commemorative and still in the
Mhm.
box, and that's about the only liquor that we have in here. But yeah, bourbon, nice. Okay,
It's
I like
crazy.
going to a bar where they have nice ice cubes. You guys make fun ice cubes at your house for your bourbon? You do, yeah.
Yes. Yes,
I
we do.
like that. I think that's a nice touch. If you're gonna go, how about your glasses, your little
What is that?
tumbler?
What is that? What is that movement you're making right now?
Yikes,
Do
you
it
caught
again. Do
me.
it again.
But the bourbon glass. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
I do
we
have
do
a
have the
friend.
whiskey glasses. I actually
Yeah.
went to Paris and I dragged that thing around, but I bought my boyfriend a Dior decanter.
Oh,
Um, and then I didn't buy him the actual matching glasses, and he's like, "You didn't get me the matching glasses." I was like, "Excuse me, this thing was like 8 pounds or whatever it was. I lugged it
oh,
all around Paris and dragged a bag for you. Shut up. Be grateful
yeah,
you got a Dior decanter for me, okay?"
that
And
is
he
crazy.
proceeded to buy himself the matching glasses from the Dior's website. But yes, we do.
Oh my
Like we
god.
get bougie when it comes to that. It's
Okay.
just like for a guy who like basically buys everything he wants, like what do you get him,
What do
right?
you get? Yeah. Yeah, we feel that way. We have a friend, me and the Purse Gals, we have a friend, another creator who they really love their whiskeys and their, mixed drinks and cocktails. And so we purchased her, we all went in together and purchased a couple of Tiffany, the
Oh,
nice, yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah,
See, I
that's,
love it when people do that. Like I don't want for me at least, for my friends, I wish they would just go in all together and just get me one gift. I don't
yeah,
need like six
yeah.
different gifts. I'd rather you buy just one gift and then it's from everybody. And it shows
And
like
yeah, you love
they've
it then
collectively
too.
worked together, right? I think that's great.
Yes. That's what we've learned to do. For a minute, we all did try to buy, but then it got to be like, oh my God, I just spent $300 this month. Whose birthday's next month? Okay, here comes
Mhm.
another, so we all thought, wait a minute, we'll all still gift each other something. We'll just go in. And it's a more thoughtful gift and it's a one and done type thing. And I think the person likes that as opposed to a bunch of 50 little things like you love it, but then what are you going to do with all the things, right? So,
I just noticed I don't need 7 pieces of crap. That was
yeah,
funny.
yeah. Keith, oh my God, that's so funny. Yes. Grace, hi, how are you? Miss Jelly, hello. Burka Boy says he can't drink due to meds. I can't drink due to, okay, I'm just gonna put it out there. Alcoholism. God. But yeah, it's real and it creeps up on you. And that's real talk. Okay, let me see. We answered the question. So you said you have something coming up on your channel. So can you give us a tease of what you have coming up video wise?
Once I hit 3,000 subscribers, I will be revealing the gift that I bought for myself. And of course, I bought gifts for, I will be doing giveaways for all of my subscribers. So
Oh, that's
it's not
nice.
just one
Oh,
gift, it's multiple gifts because, again, hitting 3,000, I think, like,
yeah,
I couldn't have done it by myself. It's a
yeah.
collaborative, like, with talking
Right.
to you, talking to other subbies,
Yeah.
giving me,
Sure.
tips and tricks and whatever, right?
Yeah. I
It's a
feel like you
collaborative act.
have them though. I feel like you do well and I don't know, it must be your job that influences you, but you kind of have a knowing way about like you. I feel like I could come to you for tips and probably be successful. So I
Oh,
do
well,
have that on
I
here.
will also
Yeah.
be that I'm also that friend, like, if I ask, like, someone, "What is your strength?" Self-awareness. I will
Yeah.
be like, that's also you, right? That's why I
Yeah.
think you and I connect very well, not to, like, keep
Yeah.
patting ourselves on the back or anything, but you will tell it how it is, and I'm watching your videos
Yeah.
sometimes, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
damn, and I
I
love it. I love
and
it.
I don't know if this comes with it, but I can and it doesn't happen often, but there are a few people and I can count them on one hand that I have met, not through YouTube. I'm just talking about people that instantly if I don't click with you or don't like you or hackles come up, I go, "Oh my god, that's not a good like
Your intuition, trust your
yeah,
intuition.
always your gut." And it doesn't happen much, but there's probably 4 or 5 people in my mind that I can think of that I just instantly thought, okay, red flags. I don't know what it is, but then later we found out, oh my god, that person is a so and so, but yeah.
Yeah. So I would say, going back to your original questions, or like celebration 3,000. I
Yeah.
bought myself a gift. It's supposed to arrive. It was supposed to arrive today. It didn't arrive today, but it arrived. It's arriving sometime this week, and it's
You're
exciting.
getting
I don't want to give it
close.
away because if it doesn't work out, I I'm gonna buy myself something else.
I got you.
But we
Well,
still
that's
got a little
always
bit
an
of ways.
option. That's always
Yeah.
good.
What
So you
about
said you're into bourbon. I want to ask you one more thing. What other
sorry,
things?
just to stop you there. I'm
Yeah.
not into bourbon. The boyfriend is into bourbon.
Okay.
I
Okay.
can barely
So,
drink.
okay, I got you. What other things? I mean, you have to have other things. I love sneakers and shoes and stuff. So what and perfumes. So what do you think your other weakness would be besides bags? Do you have one? Is it fashion?
No, not really.
Makeup?
This is Amazon. This
Okay.
is I
It's
don't
so
even know what
cute.
it's
You
from
gotta look
Amazon. My
good.
boyfriend calls it the genie pants.
Oh, I love
Like, I don't
that.
spend a whole lot of money on clothing or anything.
Yeah.
I would say either traveling or food. I eat my
Okay.
paycheck. Like, literally, I eat my paycheck.
Yeah. You're a foodie. Okay, I love that. And
Yeah,
you're in
so
a great place for it.
I'm sorry?
You're in a great place for it. How do you like Tennessee barbecue?
Barbecue is very heavy on me. I like it
Yeah,
when it's done correctly and once, twice, 3 times a year. That's it. Because
that's it.
I
Okay.
just like the food just sits here and it doesn't go
Yeah.
away, and I can't do that to myself. So, but I do like barbecue. I do love sausage links,
Oh,
sausage.
yeah. Girl, me too. Me too.
Yes,
Don't tell
sausage,
everybody.
right? So that's
Spread that
really good.
around.
Obviously, barbecue sauce is great.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. I love Nashville hot. Like any kind of Nashville
Oh,
hot.
Hattie B's, hands down. I don't know what people say. People are like, "Oh, it's Prince's." If you're from Nashville, you have to get Prince's, and that's like the go-to. I'm just
Okay.
like,
No.
I'm a transplant. You call me transplant, that's fine. I love
Yeah.
Hattie B's. If you guys are ever in Nashville, everybody in
Yeah.
the chat, one, come visit me. Two, let's go to Hattie B's because it's hands
Oh,
down the best.
it's kind of a soul food type, yeah?
Yeah, it is. You've
Yeah.
had it, right? Hattie B's?
No, I have not, no, no.
When you
Yep.
coming to Nashville? When you coming to Nashville?
I threaten to do it all the time. The older we get, the less we wanna drive anywhere, so when
I
our
get it.
daughter wants to drive us, we'll be there.
I get it.
I'm about 4 hours east of you, yeah.
Yeah, I get it. 4 hours, like my back hurts, my everything
Yeah.
hurts, so I get it.
Yeah, yeah. But you pretty much fly. You go commute between. Sometimes you have to go back to Chicago, and yeah, gotcha. That
Yeah,
sounds fun
I
though.
fly to New York all the time for work, so I literally just fly everywhere. My
Okay.
we I would bring food back from New York for my boyfriend. Like I bring a little cooler and just like,
Oh, that's
bring it onto the
nice.
airplane. He
So
was
you're a
craving.
serious foodie. I love
No,
that.
I like seriously. The way I eat, I'm surprised I'm not like 800 pounds. So,
You
but
look
yeah,
great, girl. Whatever you're
thank
doing, it
you.
works. It
Um,
works.
And
So,
then, of course, like if you guys are from Chicago, if you've been to Chicago,
yeah.
Portillo's is a thing. Like the Chicago Italian beef, that's a
Yeah.
thing.
Ooh.
I had to bring some of that back from Chicago when I flew back to Nashville,
Okay.
and I speed snuck a bunch. Like I froze the jus. If you guys know, it's the
Yeah.
gravy that comes with the Italian beef. I froze it so I could take it onto the plane and
Oh
not have
wow.
to check it. It was extreme. Like I was like, babe, I brought this back for you, okay? This is how I love you. I don't say I love you very often, but
Oh
this is
my
acts of service, all right?
gosh. That
And
is
then
serious.
yeah, and then of course I had some weed gummies down there too. I hid it underneath.
Oh, wow. You did
so
good. Oh my
so
gosh. Okay. Yeah, I've been to Chicago once. Not by choice, but I did get dragged to Chicago once and it was fine. But I was a kid and I've never been to New York. I've never been to New York.
you should go. The food there's I would say
Yeah.
Chicago has really good food.
Yeah.
Um New York has better food. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going in August. So I'm
really?
actually going to
Where are you
stay with
going?
Dawn. Yeah, August.
That's Oh, Don, or all the New York people. I'm New York. New York has the best food. I will say, Chicago has better Mexican food. New York obviously have better, Asian food, and like
Right.
Japanese food, Chinese food,
Okay.
whatever you name it. But
Yeah.
Chicago has better Mexican food. Mexican food in New
Oh.
York, no, not cutting
No,
it.
it's not a thing? Okay.
No.
Okay, we'll stay away. But Italian in New York, I think, Dawn is taking us to a famous she's gonna take us to a Carmine's maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
Let
um,
Don will take you to the best places.
yeah, she will. She will.
What
Birth
is happening in the chat? People are talking about vampire
I
spatials.
know.
There's so much
Yota
happening. Gotta
has
keep
done
up here.
that. Ooh, I'm scared. Yeah, I have a red light. Do you ever try that? Red light therapy?
I do
Oh
it every night.
my god. Do you have a mask or just a light? What
I have a mask. I look like Jabberwocky.
okay. I just have a light right now, but I'm totally down for getting a mask. I think I'm gonna just bite the bullet and get one because red light therapy is real. It is 100, and you need to do it. And if you're young, starting now, your skin will thank you. Yeah, red light
Yeah, red
therapy.
light therapy. I just started it not too long ago. I want to say 4 or 5 months ago, but I
Okay.
stopped in between because I left it here when I went back to Chicago. But yeah, I think red light therapy is like there's studies that shown it actually works. So
Yeah,
I'm like, for a couple $100, like why
your
not?
skin looks great.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you. I
girl.
appreciate it. I'm actually breaking out here. I had to glob a bunch of concealer on.
I feel you. I got something going on today myself right here. You always know you just get that one little pain. You're like, oh, I know
Yeah,
what
it's
this
like,
is.
ooh, that's feeling ripe. That feels
Yeah,
ripe right now.
for sure. Well, Nikki, I have had such a good time with you. I know we've been on here for a minute. I do appreciate you taking time out and coming on and spilling some secrets. I know that you are doing well with your channel, and we are going to be looking forward to the 3,000 subscriber
Yes,
giveaway
I'm so
and
excited with
seeing your
all of your
gift.
help. I
Yeah, I
appreciate
love
it.
it.
Thank you for
Please.
inviting me. Invite me back anytime.
Oh, yeah, I
And we'll
love.
just talk shit.
We
Shit.
will talk shit all day about we'll be like, "Who's not here? Let's talk shit."
Right, exactly. And we'll make sure that we do like a meetup or something at some point.
Yeah, for sure. I would love that.
We talked about going like I literally just sorry, not to drag this out, but I
Yeah.
literally talked about going to Asheville. What is it
Yeah.
called? The place in North Carolina. Like I
Yeah,
want to go there because everybody's saying how gorgeous it is. I feel like East Nashville is just gorgeous. Or sorry, East Tennessee is just
it is. It's
it's
nice. You're up in
gorgeous.
the Smokies. Yeah, if you've not been this far up in the East Tennessee, honey, listen, the best time to come is
Fall.
October. Yeah, for sure. You've got to. I mean, people come from all over. It stands still on the mountains, but it's worth it. But yeah, Asheville, we're just maybe 45 minutes to an hour. So
Okay,
yeah,
I
just
really
over the
want to go.
line. Yeah.
Yes. So when we
Yeah.
do go, I'll make sure to hit you up and we'll hang out.
Yeah, we will. We'll go shopping. There's nowhere to shop around here, even in Asheville, but still.
We'll just eat good food. You take me to all
Yeah,
the
we will eat good food. I'll take you to the best, okay, barbecue, but I have to say, this barbecue is world renowned. It's right here in a little hole in the wall. It's
I
been
love hole in the
Elvis used to eat there, okay?
Okay, I trust you. I trust
I
you.
got you. I got you. Listen,
Okay.
I always trust a big girl with going out because I'm never going to go somewhere I don't want. I mean, I'm never going to take you somewhere it's embarrassing. Hell no. We're going
No,
to eat and
a
eat
hole in the wall.
good.
Yes.
Thank you so much, and thanks to everybody. And Melissa,
Thank
you can meet up
you.
with us anytime and go by and definitely I'm going to put her link when we finish this one up. I'm going to put her link down in my description box. Probably be the only thing down there, but click on her link, go to her channel. If you're not already subscribed, please do so. Very entertaining, a wealth of knowledge, and she's just a fun gal to hang out with. I love
We'll do
her.
this again.
Definitely. All right, guys. See you later. Don't tell
Have a
our
good
husband
night.
yet. Bye.